The next generation writers engage their young readers. It is scientifically true that the adolescents and youths are sensitized sooner than the adults. They have a keen sense of feelings and emotions and are driven more towards the romance aspect. And yes, they have a greater penchant for two things specifically, that are romance and darkness. During this age, romantic relationships often possess the youth and the teens, but they actually lack its pragmatic experience in life. Fantasies usually haunt them, and in their real lives, they continue searching it to happen for true. That is why it happens so often that they surrender themselves to fiction to give a vent to their fantasies and desired lives, and more particularly they find themselves identical to the fictional characters who also encounter the same kind of situation as them. On the other hand, the young readers of fiction are those whose lead usually appear to be trapped and concocted among many sorts of things at their age. They are frantically driven by their goals, like passing a school or college entrance test, or as its sheer end of life. They are in consistent fear of failure. At the same time, they also hang between the wrath of their parents and peer pressure. At this moment, a dark aspect of the youth or teen minds usually gets resurrected. They are drawn more towards somber events like suicide, serial killings, murder mysteries, and other assorted dark human activities. At this age, they also get to encounter some dark activities in their schools and colleges, like a friend cutting off her wrist in the name of love, a classmate getting pregnant, the other one dies for unknown reasons, etc. These surely assail their brains to a large extent, and they finally look for someone or something that can offer them a little bit of tranquility in a gruesome world. There begins the work of fiction, which can really the word disturb minds out of their chaotic world and yet connect them in a different platform. In recent times, we all had seen the rising popularity of popular Indian new age fiction writers. Earlier, it was the Western writer that captured the youth fiction writing market, or the non-resident Indian writer who remained aloof to the Indian non-metropolitan quotidian realities. There was a dearth of home-bred writers then. Often the young readers would end up with their hands embracing a Robin Cook, Sidney Sheldon, Graham Greene, or Agatha Christie book. But now writing seems much at home thanks to the newly emerging Indian writers in English fiction who do not believe in the cult of writing as well as reading being an elitist affair at all. These writers generally deal with their target readers, the youth and the teens, that are still in the habit of avid reading, given their constant search for thrill and romance. These books usually prove helpful during long, tiresome journeys. They fuel constant excitement during tedious times. Often the books of these new writers would relate to small-town real-life events like kidnapping, killing, local mafia, politicians, terrorists, and love intricacies. In the book, there always happen to appear a round character hero who is supposed to be prejudiced against the system and the violent events surrounding him. Much like the targeted readers, such is the popularity attained by these books with time that their writer's fame has scaled heights, much like the writer of the erstwhile Harry Potter series, J.K. Rowling. One such writer is Mr. Ravindra Singh, who in a span of just a few years has reached from only a debut writer to one whose name got imprinted in the Forbes 100 celebrity list. He is the author of youth books like I Too Had a Love Story, Can Love Happen Twice, and Like It Happened Yesterday. Sachin Garg is another such writer capturing young hearts. He has a book named Come On in a Piece, I Don't Have All Day to his kitty, another familiar title for a book. The book publishers are also of the view that these new age writers have an immense following not only in the metro cities but also in the small towns across India. It all began with the unprecedented success of Chetan Bhagat's 5 Point Someone in 2004. He was the stage setter, the cult man behind this genre of writing with youth sentiments in mind. It must be finally said that this group of new authors has been quite successful in carving out of niche a space for themselves by evoking domestic memories of youth rather than hazy, unfamiliar images of the far west. They are truly the heartthrobs of the young readers.